No, we're still gonna pick. Yeah, no, no looking. There she is. I'm still scrambling.
I'm looking for Christopher's square one.
Oh, we're trying for Chris.
On.
Who is it?
Cindy Monzon. Do we have the right Cindy on? Is that Ms. Gerties or Ms. Monzon on?
Monzon, I'm here. Yay.
Congratulations.
Sarah, you want to leave a check for her there, Michaelia?
Yep, I sure will.
Perfect. No, different city. That was Cindy Gerties, and now this is Cindy Monzon. Yeah.
The Cindy's are on a roll. It was Cindy Gertis last week. Now it's Cindy Monzon. You want
Miss
to
Cindy
win?
Gerties needs to win next week.
Yeah, you got to change your name to Cindy if you want to win.
Okay, so I didn't realize till this morning, last month, we did not go over March top producers, so we are going over March and April because I managed to get both months accounted for. So as a helpful reminder, we staff available. Samantha is still our sign gal. Make sure you have her number so that when you're sending out for your listing signs to get put up or taken down, please include Samantha. Romy changed her number, so those of you that have been getting updates have probably seen her new number. Make sure you save it. It's a 793-8891. Uh-huh. And so then Wes and Griselda are our in-house lenders through Nexa. Wes is situated here in the Visalia office. Griselda is based mostly in Visalia area, but easily available to meet with clients at either of our offices. Wes is in Porterville. Griselda can cover any of the offices. And Wes can easily go to any of the offices as well. Gutierrez. It's Griselda Gutierrez. And we opened up the new office on Mooney. It's still work in progress. We're still getting it ready. We do have printer. We do have internet. We do have AC in the flex room, just not in the training room. That is why we didn't end up doing the training today at Mooney. Of course, Memorial Day's weekend's coming up. It's going to be a 3-day weekend. Staff will not be here on Monday, but the office, of course, is still always open to you guys. We did get a new printer in the Porterville office, so if you haven't already updated the printers on your devices, make sure you do so when you first come in, because it should easily pick up to the iPhones again, as well as to your devices. But if not, because the printer is new, we probably have to go into Canon website to actually download the drivers to have it be in your device. So plan ahead. Worst case scenario, if you're having difficulty, make sure you just email your document to either me or Romy so we could just print it out for you if you're running late in time in Porterville. We are officially back to Downtown Realty as our name. It is officially on record as Axon with the Axon Corporation license. So it's interchangeable to use the Downtown Realty name, Axon Realty name. What matters is that you're using the broker DRE number of the Axon Corporation. So that's a 01997200. Kristen signs everything, anything that needs to be signed by her. It's ideal to come through the Sky Slope signing platform. If you're having difficulty or need me to send it off to her, send it to me. I will get it to her the site. She trusts. When she sees it coming from me, she knows to call me if she has questions as to what I'm having her sign. And mind you, there were times when she questioned it, and then she said, "Yeah, Jackie, you're right." So we get it done. Oh, you can still use your car forms. You can still use dot loop. Dot loop goes away in November. Most of us didn't really get too comfortable with dot loop anyways, so that's not a big deal. But if someone wanted to, you can. But yes, your car forms is still what you can use. The most important thing is when you are using car forms for your files, you need to make sure it gets into SkySlope within 48 hours. That is a compliance rule for Accent. And it's technically the rule for almost all brokerages. Most of us don't really follow it, but that is the procedure and habit to get it. And so the whole purpose, if you're using SkySlope, the minute it's being signed, it's already in the system for the broker to have access to.
So that's not upon closing, that's like after, like.
Everything is signed. And it's signed. So in theory, the most important ones is when you're, in reality, the ones that matter most is your listing contract. That should be in the system within 48 hours. Your buyer broker agreement contract, that should be in your file within 48 hours. Your offers that don't get accepted, they should be in there, but most of us don't put it in until it's an executed contract.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that we care about most.
For the older listings, because I still have the old listings.
You still put them in and make sure you have the, either, if you drafted a new listing already for L Street, just put in the newest one that you got. If it's one that we moved between the DRE brokerage, DRE number of Sarah to Accent, make sure you do that you have that modification transfer of it. Most of us weren't doing that until it actually goes pending. So like most of the TCs were taking care of that once it went pending. Yes. Yes, usually Athena and Misty were already taking care of that, like even including your broker agreement forms. Like if we had to move them between the brokerage license numbers, they took care of the transfers. So we did have it, because we did have a few where Kristen rejected something. I told her, no, there's a change form, so that she approved because we made the change back and forth.
Because since mine is actually old, do I have to just do a new contract?
In the case of yours, it'd be best to at one point just do a whole new
Like a
contract.
whole new contract?
Yes, Webb.
Also, for all of those agents that are, that probably feel a little, negative connotation with changing up your business and going from car to SkySlope.
Mhm.
Jackie, you need to repeat the questions. We can't hear what they're saying.
Hello, can you hear me?
Sarah, can you hear Webb?
No.
No.
What? Wait, hold on. Check, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2.
Can you hear?
Check.
No,
No.
it's the microphone's pulling from the computer. Come sit over here. We're gonna do it again.
Just real quick, I was just gonna say for all those agents that have been using car forms for a long time and it's annoying or you're upset or it's an uncomfortable thing to switch to SkySlope. I've used car forms for 11 years and I hate any kind of change. And whenever I started to dabble with SkySlope, it was super easy. It wasn't that hard. It's pretty much almost the same as car, pretty much the same type of stuff. But actually, now that I've used it like 4 or 5 times, I like it better. It's a little bit easier to throw the names on there, the signatures on there, to place them where they're supposed to go. And the fact that nobody has to pull from car forms to SkySlope and back and forth or look for what's been done, blah, 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 blah. It's all automatically inputted to where it needs to be if you use SkySlope. I highly recommend using SkySlope. 11 years on car forms, switching to SkySlope, and I love it. So
And even before we made the switch, we did have agents that were voluntarily paying and purchasing their own SkySlope account itself to actually utilize SkySlope over car forms. Accent has rolled out Lightspeed. Sarah, I sent out a text message on it. Sarah will be sending out a video. We will resend out the links and information as well. But Lightspeed is taking over their form of what was the Google Drive, in which they had all their trainings on and recordings. Is actually as a platform with actual training classes. And there are additional trainings you can purchase outside, as well as additional trainings that are still being integrated in there. And you get little assignments. I literally failed my test on how to open up my transaction with Deal Desk, i.e. with a TC. And it was pretty cool to have the AI testing me and I failed the role play. And I got to go back and redo it because I'm not okay with having a failure on my report.
Yeah, so the classes are good. You go on there and it's all AI. It's very clear, makes a lot of sense. And after each little segment, there's a little test. But at the end of Deal Desk, you have a test with an AI agent. And so it is really good to watch that. I had a much clearer understanding of Deal Desk when you and Lightspeed is a work in progress, so they are putting all the huddles are on there, all the meetings are on there, live support. You just go there, put it on the computer, bookmark it. I just go into it. You can get onto every Zoom meeting. You can, and there's all kind, and it's a work, like I said, it's a work in progress. They're not done yet. They're adding just all kinds of trainings, and it's going to be one of those ongoing things where it's a library of resources for us, and it's really good. I'm very, very excited about it.
Yes. So they have in their ledger board, they have we will have the ability for Sarah, like as well as myself, to be able to assign a training to someone. Like, let's say Sarah goes into a training, discovers it, she feels like, oh, this is so good for so and so, sending it out to them. In the sense of like, JJ had asked for a certain item. He wanted to know like the comparison between brokerages, like how to compare Accent to EXP and all these others. And I was like, yeah, it's already in the Google Drive. So I was able to share that link with him. But now it's easier to the sense of you could just assign it in here and it has it all there too. So you can easily share amongst each other. You can tag it to a person. It's basically our digital classroom. And so the way to get to is accent.lightspeedbt as in virtual training.com. And then you can also watch the recordings on there. And so it's been great. Sarah loves the fact that she can actually speed it up as well. I think it goes up to 1.5 speed, right, Sarah? Or double
I haven't
speed?
spent. I haven't done that. I haven't done it.
Oh, you haven't done speed up yet? Okay.
Mhm. They
And
move
so,
through it though. Those AI, it's not slow. It's fast the way they go through it. And you can take it at your own pace. So like every night I just get on there and mess around with it a little bit. And just like I do with Lofty, I get on that and mess with Lofty. And they're adding more to Lofty too. They've added something with the home seller that you can pay 5 cents. I think it's 5 cents a file or a client, and they kind of analyze them by their behaviors through Lofty and see how they respond to the emails that are being sent out, like if they're likely to sell, if it looks like they're really going to sell soon, based on their interaction with Lofty. And it'll send you an alert like, hey, this person looks like they're getting ready to sell, which triggers you like, hey, I should be making a care call to these people, right? So, but that's Lofty. I kind of got off track. But yeah, go on Lightspeed and mess around with it. It's good.
that one was on Lofty. So through the CRM, so Lofty has that feature. And so we'll find it. So truthfully, like the thing is with Lightspeed, you can access the trainings in which they cover Lofty and whatnot, as well as the weekly huddles. And so they share a lot because everything it's moving really fast. Mind you, the title Lightspeed reflects to the company of Accent itself. Everything that they have proposed that's coming in the back of my brain, based off how other brokerages have always moved, in the back of my brain, I'm like, oh, that's 2 to 3 months out. And then they've been
So
out
light,
within less than.
I think Lightspeed costs Axon $40,000 a month, is what Chase was saying. Lightspeed is $40,000 a month. So when I had the ICC training through Brian, right? That was costing me for coaching me, one person, $1,000 a month. You're getting Lightspeed for free. And it's basically the same thing as that ICC portal, except better. It's got all the links to the Zooms. It's like the hub for Axon, and we get that for free. But it is costing Axon $40,000 a month because I was on a Zoom and Chase was talking about it.
Mhm. So aside from that, Sarah and I are still doing our weekly huddles, well, the office, through Sarah for downtown. We're still doing our weekly huddles itself. So we have the huddles in the morning on Mondays at 8:30 in the morning, and then we have our weekly trainings here on Wednesdays at 11. And then, so you can always jump in, and then the recordings are put onto our YouTube channel, the dtsolid.com, as well as in the know, so the Facebook group. So if you ever need access to that training and want to share it, just you can jump in there, and if you don't have it, send an email to the downtown email, and Romy can reply with the links.
I've been inviting agents that are actually not within the brokerage to the huddle. And we have a couple that come on regularly every week to the huddle and see what's going on. I know one of them, I mean, it's nice to be able to invite people, and you guys can invite people as well. We have nothing to hide. It's just showing what our culture is, and how we, how we share information and work as a group. So if you want to invite people, it's perfectly fine. Same thing with inviting them to the weekly trainings. Invite them. There's no reason not to.
Including the accent ones. The accent ones are allowed to be invited to others. I believe Javier's been joining in on some of the accent huddles too, even including the Nexa one. I saw that you on the recording for the FISBA one.
Yep.
So it's like it's open to everybody. Doesn't matter. It's sharing the knowledge.
We don't gatekeep over here, right?
There's no major secret. So, marketing, the monthly newsletter went out last week for the month of May. Be sure to be sharing it on social media, blast it out, use it on your Lofty to share with your clients and all, your SOI to everybody. And then we are going to be moving marketing into list reports to help streamline it, to make it a little bit faster. So you were all, most of you were already sent invites to activate your list reports accounts. There are a few people that, because they're already tied with another lender, we're trying to figure out how to switch it, but we might be just
Or
switching.
Jackie, we can do it through the accent email. I did it yesterday with Chris's and it worked. So I'll be sending, there was 19 people that were already linked with the lender, and I'm going to be sending an email to your accent email. And just, you need to accept the invitation, and then you need to go in and update your portal too on list reports. So it has, all the correct information. Once we are all linked with list reports, when you list something, you get all of those graphics. I mean, we are going to be sharing them on the downtown social media page, but you've got them. You don't need to wait for us. You will have them right there in your list reports portal, and you can share anything you want. There's open house. It's really good. So you don't need to wait for us to post it in downtown so that you can share it on your social media. You can do it directly from list reports.
And List Reports has also additional content. So like aside from utilizing the Lofty AI generated social media posts that you can use, there's a List Reports ones that are created. So I know like Maria pays for the one from Chicago Title. Sarah's already paying for this one to have various ones that you can post on a daily basis that has different content itself. And then MLS tours, if you plan to put your listing, if you plan to put your listings on tour, either Visalia or Porterville, let me know ahead of time so that way we can blast it out to our agents so we can ensure to get as much participation as possible. So with Gills, we didn't have a lot of our own agents, but he did have over 25 agents show up to his listing on Thursday when he did it in Visalia. So
That's good.
agents really do go on tour. And it made it helpful for him to give that feedback to his seller. His seller did do a reduction on the list price, and it helps. Make sure you're sending us your updated headshots, your photos for social media, as well as if you need your photos updated, your headshots, and you weren't able to make it to the lights, camera action, book an appointment with Romy. You can always update
Lights,
the
camera,
photos.
closings.
Lights, camera, closings, that's what it is. And then if you haven't already done so, be sure to be sharing your bios with me. So Sarah's, the list reports link that Sarah sent out for your profile. You should upload your photo, upload your bio, and fill in all your information that it has. Because I
And
believe
here's,
these
you guys
have a
do
Q&A.
not have a bio, go on chat, go on Claude and tell it, ask it for a bio. Just tell it about yourself and tell you want a short bio. You should have bios ready to go for anything. So I would have, that's something I would do immediately. Go on
I pretty
chat
much
or
plugged
Claude.
mine in and told it to make it smaller.
Yeah. They can do two versions, a longer and a shorter version.
Mm, The emails were sent out throughout Saturday, right, and Sunday, Sarah, for the list reports?
Yeah.
And so then for mine, it was put under promotions. So check promotions, check the spam folder. It says that it's coming from Sarah, and then it has list reports in there.
So I can see who's accepted the invitations. So I'm right now I'm working on the 19 people that were already linked with a lender, and I've got to send those out. And then I'm going to go back through and see who has not. If you guys want your marketing, you've got to accept the invitation. That's the only way we're doing it now. So you've got to accept it. If you want to do your own marketing, that's okay. You don't have to. But if you want to be able to have that option, you've got to accept that. And so I'll be going back through and circling back to see who hasn't accepted the invitation and probably resending the invitation. And then if that doesn't do it, then I'll be texting or calling, or Romy will be texting and calling you to say, are you not wanting to accept the invitation, or are you not seeing the email, so that we know. I guess the more proactive thing would be, if you do not want to accept the invitation, just text me and tell me so that I don't keep hounding you about it.
Yes.
And if we're already doing something else, we may still have that invitation.
It will go to your accent email. So in your case, we said yours was sent to accent email. Uh-huh. Yes. MLS is having its annual golf tournament. I believe Mike and Greg were asking for others to join their team. I don't know if they ever got those spots filled. But if you're interested, check in with them. And if not, you can always come by out there, have lunch, participate with the raffles. I think they said the last call is this week to get registered if you're wanting to put together a team. It's next week on the 21st, the following week, right? 2 weeks out? 2 weeks. Next week. Yeah, next week, next Thursday. I'm already mixed up on my days. Our mixer's coming up on June 4th at 6 p.m. here at the Porterville office. Please be sure to wear black and white, or all black, all white, however you
And
like.
be there on time, because the picture happens first. And I mean, at 6 we have got to be getting ready, trying to get this picture taken, because getting all of us in position and who we can see, who we cannot, takes some time. So be there on time, please. Be there 10 minutes early, 15 minutes early. You can come, I don't care if you come an hour early and want to hang out, it's fine. Just be there early, because at 6, we're going to start taking those pictures. And if you miss it, you miss it.
Mhm. And if we have like a major storm and we had to rush it, we rush it. Highly
Yeah.
unlikely it'll happen on the 4th, but it has happened in the past. Sarah and I are starting a weekly Zoom call, and they will be taking place on Thursday evenings at 5:30. Tomorrow is our first one, and it is basically going to be our getting agents onboarded onto starting the real estate process. So we stopped teaching the real estate classes live, but we still have a lot of people that are constantly still wanting to know, where do I start? Where do I pick up from wherever I started? And so this is our point for to be able to catch those people and kind of guide them to what their next steps are. So whether they started the classes in the past and are wanting to re-engage, whether they let their license go and wanting to re-engage, or even if they're just wanting to start from day one, that's what we're basically gearing it towards. They would be able to register to the Zoom, and then at the same time, they're always welcome to come back again. It's weekly so that we can be addressing we'll have like a basic a follow through schedule, then a lot of Q&A, room for Q&A to address the one-offs as to people's needs at that moment.
And so if you guys could share that for us, that would be helpful. You know, we'd like to have a decent group, but we're doing it every Thursday at 5:30. And again, it's just kind of answering questions from people who are interested in getting a license. Um, so if you have somebody who has questions, direct them there, and we can answer all their questions online.
Yep. And then that way we can also get in the feedback, because the other week I met with a past student. He forgot the conversation of the MLS fees. And so now they're waiting until they have the MLS fees to be officially a realtor again, or to begin. The new construction. So last week after MLS tour of Gil's listing, Angelique, Gil, and I made our way over to DR Horton. That was just around the area, and we discovered that they are offering 3.5% referral commission for their Northwest neighborhoods. They have 4 neighborhoods, and some of the neighborhoods have different breakdowns. They are having a special event tomorrow from 11 to 1 at one of their new neighborhoods, in which they're breaking ground, and I believe they're showcasing one of the models. So if you want to participate, that is after our Bagels with the Broker, if you want to go to that. I did email out these handouts. Austin did go out to the homes past weekend, and he said that they are offering 4.99% interest through their DR Horton lending programs. And then I also reached out to the builder of TCJ James Homes regarding the Lindsay neighborhood, and they sent me their handout, so I will be sharing that out. They are starting at as low as $340 for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it's only $355 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath instead of a 2-bedroom. So this is for the Lindsay neighborhood. TC James is building in Lindsay, Farmersville, as well as Goshen, I believe, still. So be mindful, be aware of the new construction, largely because it is your competition for your listings, as well as it is options for your buyers. You still need to get your buyer broker agreement when you are taking your buyers to new construction. And keep in mind, if you are trying to get that 3.5%, make sure your buyer broker agreement reflects that 3.5%. Even though they are not really checking the builder, I don't know if it'll change. If someone catches on and they report you to the DRE, that's when you're really in trouble for not having it match. You need to have it be, you cannot collect more in commission than what is disclosed on your BRBC. So make sure that reflects it. Open house signs, please be sure that you are texting Romy and me when you are taking signs and when you return them. That way we can keep track as to what we got and what we're missing. So when we are missing, we know who to reach out to. The codes for the open house signs is a 4549, the last 4 Sarah's phone number. When you are requesting your listing signs, please be sure to text Samantha, me, and Sarah. And when in doubt, just text me or Sarah ahead of time and we will start the group text for you. You just need to make sure to reply with where you're wanting the sign placed, how much, try to give her enough notice, especially if it's out of the area. If it's like Fresno or even Bakersfield, like try to give her some heads up, Hadford. It's nicer. Just like you schedule your photos, there's enough time to schedule the sign so that she can group herself better. Closing checks procedures. If you are wishing to have your funds wired by escrow, be sure to communicate with escrow in a timely manner, so that way they can coordinate what you need in order to do your wire. Some of the out of the area escrow companies do charge a wire fee for you to have your commission wired to you. Most of our locals do not charge us. The only thing is they do have a threshold where they don't wire small amounts. Usually it has to be 1,000 or more before they wire. Our agent commission split, we had a few people wondering and questioning because they kind of forgot. And so the way the split is, it's an 80-20 split. The way that 20% is collected, the CDAs look very funky. We collect the 20% first. Of that 20%, 500 of it goes to Accent. The cap is 10,000. The 10,000 is split as 7,000 to downtown, 3,000 to Accent. Accent only collects at the rate of 500 a transaction, so they only cap at 6 deals. So if you don't close 6 deals, you basically don't pay Accent the full 3,000. In the event that your transaction is a small commission amount, then there is an adjustment. If it's below 2,500, there is no Accent pro rate paid. It gets pushed off to the next one. Okay. When we are collecting those, basically I am tracking your caps, and we track them together. And so that way we know that it is matching. The transaction fee is technically $4.95, and the Accent TCs only charge $2.95. But if you are using your own TC, i.e. like our Fabulous Athena or Misty or any of our ones that we already brought over with us, like Rocky 2, you are paying their rate. So instead of the $2.95, it's whatever your TC's rate is, which our TC's rates range from anywhere from 300 to, I think the highest is 600. So your transaction fee can change up to 800 instead of the 495.
So for that, so 200 will go to T, right?
And so then if you're using Athena, it's a 300 to Athena.
T9.
So then the transaction fee is 500 instead of 495.
There's a TC that charges $600.
Yes.
So for that, so if they take the 500 on the transaction.
Yes, so the 500 comes out of the 20% part. So you're not paying the 20% plus the 500. That's out of the 20% itself. So that, because that's where it gets a little confusing, and then it feels like, wait, I'm double paid. No, it comes to 20%, Accent gets the first 500.
Okay.
So then in some cases, some of the agents have capped with downtown before they've capped with Accent. So we are tracking them together. Our newest agents that we had join us. So we had Eric join us in January, followed by Miss Christina in February. Mike Willis, Modesto Gomez, and Jordan Matthews came on board in March. And then last month in April, we had Miss Megan Rea join us. If you had missed it last month, Miss Samantha Lemus and Gustavo Rodriguez both got awards from the Real Producers. We had New Energy and Rising Star Award. And then Mr. Joseph Morales placed in the top 1% of the network for the Veterans United referral system. And I believe when they did the math, Sarah, did you guys say he was in the top 70?
Yep.
Yeah. It
Yep.
was about.
So he might be number one. We just don't know.
He does too. So last month we did not go over our March top agents, so we are covering that right now. So our March top 5 listing agents were West Covert, took on 3 units at $1,677,000. Miss Connie Counts took 2 units at $1,549,000. Miss Angelique Chavez took on 3 units at $1,428,900. Mr. Christopher Webb did 3 units at $1,334,800, and Yalimar Garcia took on 2 units at $1,299,800. Wow.
Yay.
And then for our top sales in the month of March, we had Gill close out 4 units at a volume of 2,123,400. Miss
Good job,
Marissa
Gil.
Marcoux closed out 6 units at 2,012,990. This girl also capped in her month of resetting. Mr. Luis Alcantar closed out 3 units at 1,660,000. Mr. Christopher Webb closed out 5 units at 1,638,500. And Mr. George Jimenez closed out 3 units at 1,104,386. Wow.
That's great.
March was a good month, and April was crazier. So April we closed out 70 units, 70 sides. Sorry, 70 sides, and we had
Jesus.
42 agents each close part of that. So 42 agents all participated in those sales. Oh wait, no, 44 because 2 of them were double agents, but even then, when they did double deals, it still counts out. So we had 44 agents. Mind you, we are at a count of 105 producing agents. That's nearly half of our agents closed a deal in the month of April.
Nice.
So that's why Jackie is drowning. But I love it for you guys. I'll do it. In April, our top 5 listing agents were Anthony Hargis took 3 units at 1,184,800. Miss Cindy Monzon took on 2 units at 1,044,000. Mr. Jared Davis took on 2 units at 758,000. Gustavo took on 2 units at 680,000. And Tracy Dan took on 2 units at 661,500.
Wow.
Now, moment of truth is who actually closed in April. This was a short. So Mr. Wes Covert closed out 4 units at 1,786,000. Mr. Christopher Webb closed out, mind you, this was March and April. Mr. Webb closed out 5 units in April for 5 units, 1,665,000. Joseph Morales closed out 3 units at 1,302,000. Tracy Dan closed out 4 units at 1,252,000. And Mr. Alfred Davila closed out 2 units at 1,194,000. Now,
So good. But what's amazing, Jackie, is that 44 agents closed in escrow. That's almost a 50%. 50%. And when you see the numbers, like our numbers are way above other brokerages. They just are, of how many of our agents are producing, because it's always what the top 20 does 80%. Well, in our case, that's not what's happening. That's not what's happening at all. So everybody is really contributing and putting in some work. Super proud of everybody. It's really good.
and of the agents that didn't make the top 5, there was quite a few agents that had closed out 3 units or more that didn't make the
Golly,
top 5.
that's crazy. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
So, anything I missed, Miss Sarah?
I don't think so. I just wanted to talk about Lightspeed. I wanted to talk about list reports. I can't really think about if you can do me a favor and share our Zoom for anybody who's interested in real estate. That is great. I can't think of anything else. That's it. Does anybody have any questions for me?
I actually had I had posted about the training that you guys are going to do on Thursdays, and somebody asked me if you guys would be doing it only for California or if it's out of state as well. I told them I would get back to them. I thought so. I just wanted to
Only
comment.
because I don't know the other states, so I can't comment other states.
Trash everywhere else, guys. Okay, cool.
I stay in my lane for my level of knowledge.
It's no point on nowhere else.
But it's beautiful to know that with Accent being as big as it is, Chase is constantly sending people to Sarah and me to say, yeah, just go to them and ask them about California. They'll get you covered.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You just missed all your accolades.
yeah,
How are you, Wes?
Mr. West Covert just walked in. Do you have anything to share with us?
I can put candy in my mouth.
Wes has nothing to share right now.
I do have one thing.
Okay, wait, come over here.
But
Let's
I'll
sit.
give that to you.
The microphone is working.
I'll put the candy back in my mouth. Not sure how many people have heard of the credit scoring model update. Everybody's familiar with FICO scores, and it's been that way for 30 years. Last month, they started allowing Vantage scores, and Vantage scores, sorry, in the candy.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing too.
Stop sharing?
Yeah, so that way your face is big on the
Oh.
recording, and so that way people will see your face in the recording.
Vantage scores are what you'll see sometimes on your consumer apps, credit card companies and things like that. And it brings into rent paid, utility payments, stuff like that. And you'll see a variance in credit score, sometimes 40, 60, or 80 points higher. And so right now, we actually have one lender that will take into consideration Vantage scoring when looking for an approval or pricing your loan. So they're seeing a FICO score at say 580, but your Vantage score might be 650. And they're allowing you to use the 650 FICO score to price your loan and then also submit for approval. So the Vantage score is going to be huge for people on the borderline, even conventional. So imagine somebody having a 680 FICO, but a 740 Vantage score on a conventional loan. You're going to see almost a 0.5% spread in rate just because of the Vantage score model. So that's the newest thing out. I have some videos and stuff coming out on it. But that's what that's about. If you start to see people ask about it, or you have customers in the last couple of months that didn't have a high score, it might be time to re-engage with them and see what their Vantage score is. That's it.
Cool. Anything you want to share, Sarah?
What's that?
Do you want to share anything else?
Nope. I'm going back over to Mooney. I'm hanging wallpaper today. So we're working diligently in getting Mooney up and going. But so we got artwork up, some of it. We're waiting for some deliveries. I'm hanging wallpaper today. So it's fun. We're having fun over there. So if you get a chance, stop by and see it.
No. So then, Christopher Webb's request is shut down. He wants 49er wallpaper in the signing room. So no. But
I can't even hear what he's saying.
Bagels with Broker tomorrow, 10 a.m. Bread with
10
Broker,
a.m.
but yeah.
Yes. We're actually having sourdough bread, crumble cookies, and Stafford's coffees with the broker tomorrow. So stop by and see me at 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.
And I did want to say this. Maribel and I have been doing our YouTube videos in Exeter in the little office with the wallpaper, and it's actually a good backdrop. And you can shut that door, and the sound is good. I took my tripod over there, and we just sit in there and record our videos. If anybody wants to do any kind of videos, YouTube, utilize that office. It's a great little spot. You really can't hear, there's no road noise. It's just a good little place. You can set your tripod. There's a desk in there, and you can do your little video there. It's super easy, and you have kind of a cute backdrop. So make use of it. It's there for you guys to use it.
No. I'm not pissing her off. All right. Bye, Miss Sarah.
What did somebody say now?
You know Mr. Webb, what he's always been asking for? His broil, his crawfish.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Exactly. No, thank you. All right. Have a good one. Bye.